Washington in white and Pittsburgh in the home black. A clean face-off win by Sidney Crosby. And these two rivals underway again. In behind the net. Takes a little bump from Carlson. It rolls right out in front of the net. Ovechkin on ice for the first time. Turned it over up high. Now here's Evgeny Malkin working down low. Jammed the brakes on. Fed it to the side of the net. And a goal! On the follow-up action, Brian Rust makes it 1-0 Pittsburgh. Just 45 seconds in.
45 seconds into the game. Evgeny Malkin on the change is on the ice. Malkin will spin back to the side to Gensel. On quickly for Crosby, who short-shifted in his first shift back after illness. And Brian Rust, who's become Mr. Fix-It for the Pittsburgh Penguins, is going to take the rebound of the Gensel shot. And with defenseman Mike Matheson fishing around the front of the net.
Well, Mike Sullivan talked about getting off to a good start. Typically Pittsburgh does. It's something that Washington has struggled with, and they get the equalizer. Marcus Johansson from right at the top of the crease. Just 16 seconds later. And a wild start to this rivalry game. It's 1-1.
Here in Washington, how he's played since coming over from Seattle, but he doesn't have any points yet. Well, now he's got one, as Dumoulin doesn't recognize it. Johansson's so tight, he thinks he's just going to chip this off to the board.
For second all-time. And Wayne Gretzky's number one. Delayed penalty, and it doesn't matter. It's a goal. Rifled in by Orlov from the top of the left circle with a delayed penalty that was upcoming against Pittsburgh.
Whistled for a penalty here. As the play goes up the ice, Orlov jumps in, and he's got a little bit of room outside of Letang, and he ends up beating Tristan Jarry off the glove side. Orlov, who made a good defensive play earlier.
Nick Dowd, the fourth line out now for Washington. Van Riemsdyk stopped by Jarry at point-blank range. You know, when Garnet Hathaway's on the ice, he leads their team in hits. Malkin, four men down low. Malkin gets the tip by Gensel, and what a stop by Samsonov, who lost his stick for a moment. We've also had a lot of meaningful head-to-heads in the playoffs. Good opportunity for Rodriguez, thrown toward the net, and a goal! Somehow it got through Samsonov. Off the stick of Jeff Carter.
Up high in the slot, and he turns it over behind the net as he takes it backwards. Jeff Carter will take the Rodriguez rebound, and the puck is just going to squeak through Justin Schultz, through Ilya Samsonov, and Jeff Carter's tied the game at 2.
At the line, Dumoulin winds up, hit a man out in front. It was blocked by Nick Dowd. Blueger tried to play it out in front. Instead, it went to the point. Now to Boyle, and he scores from the tough angle again. Hard to figure how that got between Samsonov and the post.
As he gets in on the forecheck to create the opportunity down below the goal line, he's going to take the hit from Dowd, and then he shows quick hands. This puck gets him in a blind spot coming from the blue line. He fields it. That's an awful goal for Samsonov to give up.
Letang still out there. Pressured up high by Mantha. Malkin shot it wide. The follow-up by Dumoulin. And a nice pad save there by Samsonov. Malkin hit some traffic out in front.
The 5-on-3 continues. Letang's back in the game, however.
Another big face-off win. One-timer and a goal! Ovechkin from that familiar spot in the left circle. Blasted one by Jarry. A power play goal to tie it at 3.
I'm standing right in line with Ovechkin here. I can see the gap that Jarry doesn't have, and this thing sounds like a bowling ball coming off his stick. It's so loud the way that he hammers it. The pass from Carlson's on the tee, and it's in the net.
Lastly, they feel like anytime they get over the blue line, they're getting opportunities. They just need to get over the blue line. The Pens are doing a good job clogging that neutral zone.
Centering pass for Rusty, backhanded it right on.
And on cue, he made a Samsonov with another good stop.
Ferivari, impressive rookie, just 22 years old. Originally from Slovakia, Ferivari moved to Sweden at age 14 for hockey. There's a great opportunity by McMichael. Puck is free. Jari's on his stomach and didn't appear to see it, and finally it's frozen.
Jari makes the first stop. Now he's got to find the second as he robs Connor McMichael, who spins on the rebound. Jari with the save.
Matheson tries to get it back to him and does. But now it's played out in a race for the puck. Wilson, possible 2-on-1. Wilson scores!
And the Caps have taken a 4-3 lead. And way behind the play here, Trevor Van Riemsdyk and Jason Zucker in our fight. Well behind the play. What a shot from Tom Wilson.
Ovechkin at the line, managed to keep it in. It comes right free to Oshie, and Backstrom denied on the angle by Jari. Nice bounce for Washington, and they almost potted another. The empty net, great play by Malkin right at the line to keep it in. Weaving into the traffic, tried to do too much. Kuznetsov, empty net, and he scores! Just after Pittsburgh nearly tied it and hit a post.
And after about a minute or so with the power play, Sullivan decides to get Tristan Jari out of the net. That's the right time, in my opinion.
Here's Malkin. Now Carter. Penalty has expired. His net's off the goal. Here's a chance now for Ferivari. He scores! Another empty netter. And Washington is about to win its 5th straight road game.
And then started to take the game over. Tom Wilson's going to clear this up the ice for the empty netter to Martin Ferivari, who's now got goals in back-to-back games. 7 on the season for the 22-year-old. And the Capitals.
Whether or not he would have been lifted in the first period or after it if they didn't have a game tomorrow. And he didn't give up anything.
No, and just think how close the game can be, though. Malkin hits the crossbar at 4-3. 2 empty net goals make it look stretched out at 6-3. But the Caps a deserved win here in Pittsburgh.